Appearances are a Appearances can be deceiving. You never know what someone is really like until you get to know them. Number 1. What's your opinion of the person in the photo above? Do you like her? Do you think she's beautiful? If so, that might be because of how you're interpreting her appearance, even though it isn't a perfect reflection of what she's really like on the inside. That's why appearances can be deceiving. You never know what someone is really like until you get to know them. Here are some tips on how to help determine whether or not your first impressions are accurate before making a new friend or business contact. Number 2. What's on the outside reflects what's on the inside. Although we often base our first impressions on a person's physical appearance, appearances are a glimpse of the unseen. There is no better example of appearances being deceiving than with children. We as adults assume that all children are inherently sweet and innocent, but then they turn into teenagers who suck their thumbs and refuse to shower daily. The lesson here? Don't judge a book by its cover. Just because someone looks or acts differently from you doesn't mean they aren't just as good at heart as everyone else. Appearances are simply an illusion. How do appearances affect your own life? Some people care more about appearances than others. If you consider yourself to be one of those people, it might help if you think about how appearances affect your own life. Think about how many times in your life appearance has played a role in how others perceive you, whether it was getting picked for teams when playing sports in school, trying out for something special at work, or getting invited to events with friends. If people only ever saw you once in passing without any prior knowledge of who you were beforehand, would they still think highly of you? Of course not. Number 3. What appears out of reach may not be. No matter how far away a goal seems, it's important not to give up hope of achieving it. We may have convinced ourselves that we'll never reach our dream, but that belief could prevent us from doing everything we need to in order for it to become a reality. Whether we're trying for a promotion or something else entirely, we should do whatever we can in order to make our dreams come true. It's one thing to believe something will happen, and another thing entirely to take action on our beliefs and actually go after what we want. Number 4. Don't judge a book by its cover. So many people have fallen into bad relationships or business deals because they judge their partner based on his or her appearance. Don't be one of those people. Appearances are just that, appearances, and do not necessarily mean a person has good intentions for you and your relationship. Take time getting to know someone before judging whether or not he or she will make a great friend, colleague, and/or partner in life or business. Don't judge a book by its cover. Take a closer look at who they are on the inside. Number 5. First impressions count. It's true that first impressions count because we often make decisions within seconds of meeting someone new, and those decisions are based on physical appearance alone. But if you think about it for a second, even if people were judged solely on their appearance, it would still be true that appearances aren't always an accurate reflection of a person's character or personality. For example, have you ever met an attractive person who turned out to be completely awful? Or have you ever known someone who was physically unattractive but whose personality made up for it? It happens all the time, which means first impressions can definitely lie.